Hi there, this is Terry Reid. You're in the Grooveyard with Tom Grooms.
Welcome to Annapolis.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the first time I've been here, actually. I've never been here before. It's a beautiful club. Wow, what a nice place, you know.
Last time I remember you here was 1968. I started to hang out at WHMC. Barry Richards broke your record, and you played for the Cream Farewell Tour in Baltimore.
That's right. We did, yeah.
You're back home here.
Well, yeah. Did we come through with the Stones? I don't. God, half of that Stones thing is hard to remember, but I do remember most.
I know you opened for the Stones for their first live album in '65, something like that.
You know, that was the beginning. I worked with them. I was 15, and I went on tour in England. That was in England and Europe, 65, 66. Yeah, that was a shock. I left school and went on tour with the Rolling Stones. That'll wake you up. I call it the school of Keith Richards' School of Hard Knocks.
What are we in store for tonight when you take the stage?
A varied bunch of material, all different kinds of material. You know, it's a lot of times people request things that I do, so I don't really. I don't have nothing set in stone. I have a set list, but I go off it, you know, according to how the audience feels, you know.
And the story of Led Zeppelin, you going to be the Robert Plant, you didn't take the gig because you were out working. And
it was. It's so written about this thing. It's so load of cobblers. What it is everybody was putting all these groups together because it was a whole different thing coming off, and there's a whole era coming around. You know, Cream had broken up. God bless, we'd lost Jimi Hendrix, which was really sad. Jeff Beck's off in another direction, right? So all the power three-piece groups were all reforming and shuffling around, right? And there really wasn't one. So Jim was putting one together, and he asked everybody. I was going on tour with the Stones. You know, we just planned that, right? And that was at 69 tour, right? So that was ahead, and we were planning that. So I saw Robert and John Bonham, and I said to him, I think this would be a good thing for you to do, which he didn't seem very interested in, but whatever. But me and Peter Grant got together, and we we didn't push him into it. I mean, they got together, and the rest is 2 billion people can't be wrong, you know.
Well, they got off to a rough start because they were changing their name in the process. You were playing the Civic Center.
Well, Peter Grant said, if you call it the Yardbirds, I'm quit. I don't want anything to do with it. That's what he said to Jimmy. He said, what's this, the Yardbirds 343? He says, you got to be joking, you know. So it was funny, you know.
You're in the Grooveyard. We're with Terry Reid. Terry's playing on the East Coast. Now, where do you go in 2019? You're heading up to Levon Helm's. You're heading up to the Sacred Territory.
That's right. Yeah. It's great up there. Yeah, you know. I never did Woodstock. You know, I never got to. I ended up on the Pan Am building. You know, when the helicopter pilot, when they said the interstate is closed. Oh, the helicopter pilots. That was the only way in. They wanted more money. So, damn, a whole bunch of us were stranded up there.
Were you out gigging then? Because I know Jeff Beck broke the group up. They were booked to play and they didn't show.
No, we didn't break any group. We were on the top of the Pan Am building, which is the Herbalife building now. Right, so we never made it out to there. We were booked to play, but there was a load of people that were booked to play, and there was no way all of them were going to play. I thought it was interesting that when they said that Bob Dylan was going to be the leading reason of doing it, and Bob said he didn't want to do that. He had nothing to do it. He split and went to the Isle of Wight.
He did, and you played the Isle of Wight also.
Yeah, I did that one, yeah, with Jimmy and everybody and The Who, and that was great. That was a killer gig, that one. Right.
I watched the sound check. You are meticulous. Brinsley Schwartz and you are
Brinsley.
neck and neck when it comes to doing
still
a
around?
sound check.
I haven't seen him in a long time. God.
Well, that's a rumor, or was he with Parker, or what?
No, me and Brinsley. He used to have a house on main A1, which is the route out of London, going up north, and then I'd go over to Cambridge where I lived and things. But we'd stop at Brinsley's, and for some very well-known reason, we never made it home, me and Lee Miles. We'd hang out there, start playing, you get the Hammond organ and Lee on the piano, and we'd start, I loved Brinsley. He was something else.
We're talking to the legendary Terry Reid. TerryReid.com is the place you want to go if you want to find out where he is, what he's doing.
Good, yeah.
As we look at the internet and the Facebook, I don't have one.
It's getting wicked now. I mean, I do this run of gigs, which has been was really interesting. I started off in Chicago with some lovely bunch of guys that talked to me and said, we know a lot of your tunes. Tell you what, you're coming to Chicago. Why don't we get together and we'll be the band and we'll just mix it up? And I said, okay. Then a guy from Detroit called me because I was in Detroit next with another band, and we did that. It's a bit risky doing that, but it worked like a charm. Now I'm with George, my friend from 14 years or so, and which is easy. Once I got here, that's another band. Then when I get home, the band I play with in LA, which is Phil Jones from Tom Petty and a whole other myriad, and Robert Davis, right, and Jim Wilson. We're going to Japan, right, to do the Billboard clubs there and in Osaka and Tokyo. And then I come back, and then I go to England for a little bit, and then I go to Australia. So I don't know what's going on. Everything seems to be going haywire.
I think the Stones said it, or Irma Thomas said it, time is on your side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. I remember that one, yeah. I like the one, Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby?
Standing in the Shadows?
Or Mother's Little Helper. I never knew what that meant at first.
Congratulations on the George Clooney film, getting a tune in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Yeah, the George Clooney. Oh, I got to check that. I'll tell you, I've got 2 songs in Rob Zombie's new movie. It's called Hell. Lovely title. I love that. Right. So he had 3 songs in Devil's Rejects before. Now, I just talked to him before I left, and he was all up about it. And he's got a new movie coming out this summer called Hell. Something Hell, I don't know. It's good enough.
So you've been very busy for the past 50 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm always doing something, You got to get your trouble somehow.
Do you listen to any of the new music?
Yeah, well, it's everywhere, I mean, I live right near Coachella. That's not the reason I went. I mean, I knew some of the African groups that were playing there. So I went and hung out there. It's wicked out there. God.
You're in the Grooveyard. Our guest is Terry Reid, terryreid.com, to find out where he is and to find out what he's doing. He's on tour. He's playing the Ramshead tonight in Annapolis, and he'll be back in the Washington, D.C. area. And Terry, a friend of yours, is also a friend of mine, Mr. Graham Nash, who I met a long time ago on the New Jersey Turnpike in '68. And he was at the Howard Johnson's. I thought you meant
he was hitchhiking.
He was going to hitchhike, actually.
Because he's not him. Right?
But he produced your records, and he's been your biggest staunch supporter.
I'll tell you what was funny. We started off, he said, Terry, I love the songs you got, because I wasn't doing anything. And I said, Graham, I got these songs. You've always told me the truth. You've always been, really on my side. I can always trust you. And he said, oh, thank you. He said, well, I said, would you listen to these songs? If you don't like them, you got to tell me. I don't want to be in the wind, as you might say, right? So he said, all right. So I played them, and he went, so do you want to make a record? And I went, why would I want to do that? He said, well, no, do you seriously? He said, I'll tell you what, I'll get a record deal together. He said, I'll tell you, how about I produce it? And I went, really? He goes, yeah, you okay with that? I said, that sounds like heaven to me. He said, oh, great. So he said, I'll just be behind the window producing. You can rely on me to cover you. You'll make sure you'll get everything sounding right. So we're in there. We did 1 track in the studio. Graham comes running in and says, you know what? I hear a great harmony on that. I said, you a harmony? He said, yeah, I go. I said, get out of here. Next thing, he's in the studio all over, singing on everything, which is wonderful.
You have impressed him, because look at your song, Horses in a Rainstorm Without Expression.
They were going to do that in '69 on Deja Vu, but there was too many songs, He
sent it to me in '90 when he put the box set out.
Yeah.
And we did a campaign.
That's right.
And he put that together. You're in the Grooveyard. We're on location with British composer Sir Superlungs, the incomparable Terry Reid.
Sir Superlungs. Yeah. I don't know how you would get knighted for doing that. I'm not sure. No.
Listen, John Mayall was coming. He was sitting here a few years ago.
Yeah.
Sir John. And I don't know why there isn't a Sir Superlungs in the United Kingdom, but we'll approach that subject later.
You don't get knighted for rolling joints. That was a Donovan song about a 14-year-old. That was funny. God bless John. That's great to see him. Great to see him being recognised.
As we get into the 50th anniversary of Woodstock and get into the spirit, you're going up to Levon's barn.
Yeah.
But any advice for those who will be making the pilgrimage this year?
Well, Oh, what, to Woodstock? They cancelled it. Some things you got to let lie, you know. You can't recreate it or say this is the now Woodstock, right? Times changed and people have changed. Not only that, I think all those people with all those wealthy homes up there are going, you got to be joking. After the last one, really.
Our guest, Terry Reid. I'm Thomas Grooms, and Terry's going to set up some music before he splits here. I know you're going to play this one, I hope. Dean, which is on River. Yeah. Who was Dean?
It was a girlfriend of mine called Jenny Dean.
Jenny Dean.
Yeah, from New York City. And her best friend was Evan Wilson, who was Jimi Hendrix's girlfriend. So we'd all hang out together a lot, you know. And she's great. She's out around. I think she lives in Northern California. I haven't talked to her in a long while, but she's a great girl. She was a big influence on a lot of us young lads.
TerryReid.com is the website. Check him out. Terry, thank you so much for joining us once again, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, God bless you, man. All the best. Hi, this is Terry Reid. Make sure you subscribe to the Thomas Grooms channel. This is from my album River, which there are many bizarre incidences on there that you can find. Girl with a heart